All right, finally getting around to making this video. This is just going to be a short little etiquette or how to on how to make your pack look decent and keep from having weird bugs that affect yourself and other people. I think a few people have a couple of questions. Hopefully, this will answer how to get to this point where you have a decent pack that is showing what you want your character to look like. For instance, everyone's kind of seen my aura with the orange and everything that's going to be going around, but also respecting people that don't want to see the face texture and stuff. So, utilizing the is explicit functionality, which makes that stuff hidden. I'll show you how that all works. But anyways, we'll start from the beginning. So I will do a real quick. I'm just going to clear it. So let's remove the entirety of this, and we'll start off with, you got your Yule. It's just because I think I've set up some sort of what was it, my body groups or whatever. But anyways, back into the Pac3 editor. So the first thing you're going to notice is when you open Pac3 is you're going to be greeted with this screen. And you have no idea what you're supposed to do. This is the kind of the reason for this. This is to make sure everything is easy and understandable for you. So you can jump in and kind of edit and modify your pack and kind of get an understanding of what each thing does. And well, not each thing, but the basics, the being able to add whatever you want to your character and your model. So the first thing that I want to cover is how to get the explicit functionality to work. So if there's somebody else on the server that doesn't want to see the faces and they have pack underscore hide disturbing one on, I believe is the command for that. I can double check. Yeah, one hides disturbing, zero does not. So if we go out of the console commands or console, but anyways, so we'll get to that point. So the first thing you want to do is if you are wanting to use the pack gamma model, I'm going to use the Aura because I like the Auras. I'm an Aura lover. The first thing you want to do is you want to go to your context menu and you want to find in your add-ons. I kind of jumped all the way to this, sorry. In your add-ons, you should be able to find it here, and go into the models, or you can, if you want to, instead of doing what I usually do is just right click, copy the clipboard. Actually, I think you have to, don't you? There's some way that Pip does it, and I don't understand how they do that. So I'm going to skip that. Anyways, if you want to use the ARA model, for instance, that's what I want to use. I use the ARA player because that one's just kind of, it doesn't have the weird like neck angle. So we're going to do that. You want to right click, copy to clipboard, and then you go back into pack. And then once you're here, you'll be back in this menu. You see yourself again. You want to click. I keep telling people the right click functionality is lame because if you go to entity, you have like all these extra settings, and it's like, well, is this affecting the entity or not? They do the same thing, and it's super confusing. Like, because look at how many you've got. One, two, three have animation as the first thing, and it's like, oh, well, what does that do? Nothing. It's the same stuff. So I always tell people just left click on the plus button that's right here. It will pop up this menu right here. And then I'm going to type in group because the first thing I want is another group. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename this to base avatar because I come from Second Life and I know everyone hates that. Anyways, so this is going to be the base avatar group. Inside of this, I want to make another thing. So again, I'm going to press the plus sign, and then I'm going to type in entity, and don't do legacy. You want regular, and then it should do this. You see how you've got like this square box for a second there? It means you've done it right. Then the next thing you want to do is you want to, in the generic, you want to go down till it says model on the left side here. And then since we've already copied it, we can just Control V, put it in there, press space or enter, and there you go. You got your model. Now the issue is you can't. This is something you can't edit. So the first thing I want to do is I want to do and type in here, do not edit me. This is a do not edit. You really do not want to touch the entity whatsoever because when you do that, it starts bugging out other people's games. It bugs out your game. Never edit the entity itself. So what you want to do is you want to no draw this. So then you'll disappear. Your shadow will still be there and everything, which is what you want. And then you want to click the plus sign again. Or if you want to, you can I think you can do this as well. I'm almost positive. Let me double check. We're testing real quick. You want to add a model. Same deal, plus sign, and then type in model, and you want regular model, not legacy model. And then inside of here, it's kind of the same as the entity, as you can see. You got name, hide, model, name, hide, draw order model. But you want to find the model again, and then you want to Control V, the same thing, and then you'll notice, well, it's all floaty. How do I get it to be the thing that I want it to be? You want to go down to orientation where it says orientation, then size, scale, bone merge. You want to go to bone merge and just make sure that's true. And there you go. Now it's showing up there. You've got the face and everything's showing up. And then if we just Control E, which allows you to move stuff around, you'll have your movements. We will walk around and everything. Should have all the animations that you want. You can switch to the gun, yada yada. And there you go. Then, since I want to continue to edit, I want to go back in here. Now this one, I'm going to make the no face. So I'm going to type in no face. This is going to be the base model that everyone can see. So this will have zero facial features or anything like that. It'll only have the base texture and all that stuff. So this is what I do. Is I'm going to remove the mask first, which is you want to scroll down. So you get generic, orientation, appearance, submaterials. You're not going to be touching anything in the submaterials ever because it's just poor practice. I'll show another thing about that. But anyways, body groups is what you want. So the body groups, you want to set the mouth, because this is going to be the one without the face. I'll get in close since we're working on the face. You want to scroll all the way up. Then the face goes away. And then same deal, brows, remove that. Eyes, all the way up. Again, all the way up. And then you're probably like, well, I don't really like how those pitted eyes look. That's no big deal. This is something that I'll show later on, but I already have a pre-made material for my aura that I use all the time. And you want to do the same thing where you click on the no face, and it'll go into, or the plus sign, go in here, type in material. You want to select material itself, and then you should be greeted with this bright white covering the entirety of your character. And then you want to, when you're in here, you're probably gonna have to scroll up, go all the way back up to generic, and then you want to go down until you find material override. And then you want to click the three dots on the side there, and you want to change it to the base model aura for this. It's just the aura, and that's going to be the entire body. So we'll go there, we got that material, and again, it's not going to change because we got to go down to the base texture right here, and we need to replace that. And I have something, I already have this pre-built. I'm going to use this instead because I want to have a cool texture. Cool. Now we got this cool like medic aura, which is kind of interesting. I think Pip made this. Anyways, you'll notice it is very blurry, as you can tell. This texture is normally not super blurry. Like you can see how blurry it is in some of these areas. So one thing that you're gonna have to do is go up to the main, or this no face one, and then scroll down to her appearance, and then all the way at the bottom, right above blend mode for appearance, you want to do no texture filtering. And there you go. You can see the little details better. It'll look nicer. But now you're probably like, all right, well, move on. How do I get the face to work? So basically, all you want to do is you can copy. This is what I'll do is this is the only time I really right click anything is when I want to clone something. So you want to clone, you want to move down to clone. Clone it, perfect. Then this one, because this one's going to have the face, you do face, and you already have the texture, so it's layered up. No big deal. And so what you want to do is go back down and just revert this. So I want the slightly angry face, and I want number one eye, and then we'll turn on the brows, and we'll give her a scowl. And then for the one that has the face, I'm going to turn off the hair so we don't have doubled up hair. So I'm going to scroll up the hair, so it's just the one. And here I can just show you that the hair goes away if you scroll to one. And if I go here, and you want to make sure your no face is the one that has the hair on, because that's what everyone's going to see, because no one's going to see this one once we change the setting. So turn the hair back on for no face, go back to the regular one, which is face. And then this one, because I don't want people to have, so here, If I turn on in console, if I turn on hide disturbing 1, it's still going to show because, I haven't made it explicit. And that's a setting that's under explicit generic. And I just want to click this, and there we go. It's gone. And that's how you set up an explicit functionality for that. So if people don't want to see something, they don't have to. So one of the things that people need to make sure they have. I forgot to do this on my Aura, and I felt bad about it, and I am kind of stupid. But yeah, there's that, and that's how you get the basics of modifying. Well, getting to that point where you can explicit your character's face. But yeah, anyways. Oh, and then in order to turn it back on, the command is pack hide disturbing 0. So if I wanted to see disturbing faces, you can get to that point. Yeah, that's it for this one.